Welcome to Networking Today. Congratulations. This module starts you on your path to a successful career in information technology by giving you a foundational understanding of the creation, operation, and maintenance of networks. As a bonus, you can dive into networking simulations too using Packet Tracer. What you are going to learn in this module. The main objectives is I'm going to explain the advances in modern technologies. I will explain how the network affects our daily lives, explain how hosts and networking devices are used, explain network representations and how they are used in network topologies, compare the characteristic of common type of networks, explain how LANs and WANs interconnect to the internet, describe the 4 basic requirements of a reliable network, and identify some basic security threats and solutions for all the networks. Networks affect our lives. Among all the essentials for the human existence, the need to interact with others ranks below our need to sustain life. Communication is almost as important to us as our reliance on air, water, food, and shelter. In today's world, through the use of the networks, we are connected like never before. People with ideas can communicate instantly with others to make those ideas a reality. New events and discovery are known worldwide in seconds. Individuals can even connect and play games with friends separated by oceans and continents. No boundaries. Advances in networking technologies are perhaps the most significant changes in the world today. They are helping to create a world in which national borders, geographical distance, and physical limitations became less relevant, preserving ever-diminishing obstacles. The Internet has changed the manner in which our social, commercial, political, and personal interaction occur. The immediate nature of communication over the Internet encouraged the creation of global communities. Global communities allow for social interaction that is independent of location or time zone. The creation of online communities for the exchange of ideas and information has the potential to increase productivity opportunities across the globe. The creation of the cloud let us store documents and pictures and access them anywhere, anytime. So whether we are on the train, in a park, or standing on the top of the mountains, we can access our data and applications on any device. Network components. Host roles. If you want to be part of the global online community, your computer, your tablet or smartphone must first be connected to a network. The network must be connected to the internet. If you are at home or at school, you're going to see those components. All the computers that are connected to the network and participate directly in network communications are named hosts. Hosts can be called to end devices. Some hosts are also called clients. However, the term host specifically refers to devices on the network that are assigned a number for communication purpose. This number identified the host within a particular network. This number is called the Internet Protocol, or IP address. An IP address identifies the host in the network to which the host is attached. Servers are computers with software that allow them to provide information like email or web pages to other end devices on the network. Each service requires separate server software. For example, a server requires web server software in order to provide web services to the network. A computer with server software can provide server simultaneously to many different clients. As I mentioned before, clients are a type of host. Clients have software for requesting and displaying the information obtained from the server, how is shown in the figure. An example of a client software is a web browser like a Chrome or Firefox or Microsoft Edge. A single computer can run multiple types of client software. For a user can check email and view a web page while instant messaging and listening to an audio stream. Peer-to-peer networks. A client server software usually runs on separate computers, but it's also possible for one to use for both roles at the same time. In most business and homes, many computers function as the server and client on the network. This type of network is called peer-to-peer network. In the figure, we have a printer sharing from the PC a connection using the network with another computer. They are using to interconnect, they are using the network interface card. It will just print from any of these computers. It's going to just use that printer. The advantage of peer-to-peer networking is they are easy to set up, they are less complex, lower cost because the networking devices and dedicated servers may not require, and can be used for simple tasks such as transferring files and sharing printers. The disadvantage of peer-to-peer networking is they don't have any centralized administration. They are not secure, not scalable. If they wanted to add more devices into the network, it will be with some type of the problems with the configurations. And all devices, they are going to act as clients and servers, and they can just slow the performance of the network. Now we're going to talk about end devices. The network devices that people are most familiar with are end devices. To distinguish between one end device from another, each end device on the network has an address. When an end device initiates communications, it's going to use the address of the destination end device to specify where to deliver the message. An end device is either the source or destination of the message transmitted over the network. The other type of the networking components, they are the intermediary network devices. Intermediary devices connect the individuals and devices to the network. They can connect multiple individuals network to form an inter-network. These intermediary devices provide connectivity and ensure that the data is going to flow across the network. Intermediary device use the destinations and device address with the information about the network interconnections to determine the path that messages should take through the network. We have examples in the figure of the intermediate devices: wireless, LAN switch, routers, multi-layer switches, and firewall appliance. Intermediate networking devices perform some of these functions: generate and retransmit data signals, maintain information about what pathway exists in the network, and notify other devices of errors and communication failure. Another network component is the network media. Communications transmit across a network on the media. The media provides the channel over which the message travels from source to destination. Modern networks primarily use the three types of the media to interconnect devices as shown in the picture. Metal wires within cables, where they're going to use electrical impulse. The data is going to be encoded in this impulse, or glass or plastic fibers within cables called fiber optic cable. The data is going to be encoded into pulse of light. Wireless transmissions, where the data is going to be encoded via modulation of a specific frequency of electromagnetic waves. Network representations. Network architects and administrators must be able to show what their networks would look like. They need to be able to easily see which components connect to other components, where they're going to be located, and how they're going to be connected. Diagrams of networks, often they're going to use symbols like they show in the figure to represent different devices and connections that make up a network. Like for end devices, it's going to be desktop computers, laptop, printers that you see in the figure, IP phones, wireless tablets, or telepresence endpoints. For intermediate devices, they're going to be wireless router, LAN switch router, multi-layer switch, firewall appliance. For network media, it's going to be wireless media, LAN media, and WAN media. In addition to these representations, a specialized terminology is used to describe how each of these devices and media connect to each other. The network interface card, or NIC, is a physical connect the end device to the network. And in the physical port is a connector or outlet on a networking device where the media connect to an end device or another networking device. An interface specialized port on a networking device that